Example 9. For the function below, find A, the critical numbers, B, the open intervals where the function is increasing, and C, the open intervals where it is decreasing. So our function is the square root of x squared plus 5. So the first thing we're going to need to do here is write our square root with a 1/2 power. So our derivative, f prime of x, is our power times our base to the power minus 1 times the derivative of our base, 2x. So our final derivative, if we reduce the 1/2 with the 2x, is x divided by x squared plus 5 to the 1/2. That's because this becomes a negative 1/2. So that factor will go to our denominator. Now, our denominator can never be 0. And our square root, remember that's the square root of x squared plus 5. So x squared plus 5 has to be greater than 0, greater than or equal if it's in the numerator, but we've already established that our denominator won't allow it to be 0. And of course this is always positive, so we don't have any restrictions here because when you square an x, it's going to be a positive, so this is always true. So no problems with the square root in the denominator. So if a fraction is to be a 0, remember we take our derivative, f prime of x, we set it equal to 0, and as we said in a previous example, if a fraction a over b is equal to 0, since b can't be 0, a, the numerator, has to be 0. So I set my numerator equal to 0, and I get the value x is 0. So that's the only critical number that we have. So it is a critical number this time. So we put our critical number on a number line, keeping in mind there are no other restrictions from the domain that have to be indicated here. We just have that one critical number. We'll pick a number to the left like -10, a number to the right like +10. And we'll evaluate our derivative at these two values. When we do f prime of -10, we get -10 divided by the square root of -10 plus 5. That's -10 divided by the square root of 105. So that's a negative over a positive. So in this region, we have a negative. That's from -infinity to 0. And so now we must evaluate our +10. So f of 10 is going to be +10, and the denominator is going to be the same, 105. So this time we have a positive divided by a positive. So this side is a positive. So from 0 to infinity, the derivative is positive. That means that the function is decreasing here and increasing here. So answer our questions are: the critical numbers are 0. The function is increasing from 0 to positive infinity, and it is decreasing from negative infinity to 0.